All right, traders, to watch this video here for tomorrow's Thursday already. Damn. Thursday, November 18th. Pretty kind of lame, slow day in the market. Low volume for the SPY. Inside day, but still hanging out near all-time highs. Some pretty good stuff in the chat room today, though. Let's see, going by a couple things. SEV was an IPO and just took off out of the gate. And it's one of those, it ran, halted, and so on. And for the opening, 20 minutes or so, there was never a point where I didn't feel like chasing. So then it pulled back, put in a lower high, came back down, and then was putting pressure on right about here. And I put in the chat room, I liked it over 32 with the high of day above. But then, when it looked about like this, I think I said actually over 31 might be enough to get it going. So there's the 31 break, and it went all the way to almost 39. As I'm babbling right now, it's 45 something in after hours. So an impressive move for opening day. I know it's only one day worth of trading, but made us some good money today in the chat room. So I am, even after one day, I'm going to put it back on watch for tomorrow. We'll see if it gives any kind of clean setups. ARQQ, Kevin P called this when it looked like this over 25 with a catalyst just above. And, pretty quickly, in about 10 or 15 minutes, it was up to 27.10. I thought that was kind of a neat call. Couple people posted a TTCF pullback play. That's in my notes. EYPT. Hold on. This is kind of cool, too. EYPT. It's a tough one for me to type. I think it was Leo, if I'm not mistaken. Leo C in chat called a 17 flush in the fives buy zone. And that's when it looked about like this, right? So in other words, parking a bid, you're in the fives buy zone below the whole number, which is also a retest of this earlier high of day break, right? So a lot of times you'll see it come down, and when the fives buy zone and a whole number flush coincides with a retest of the earlier high from above, that's pretty powerful setup. And look, it went down to 1683 and then pretty quickly to almost 19. Neat little post by Leo there. So there's a few highlights. I didn't write them all down, but there's a few highlights from the day. I do not have a big list for tomorrow, but here we go. SPI, let me zoom in a little bit. A very strong day, but closed way off its highs. It's actually gapping a little in after hours. Anyway, I'm going to keep that on watch. SEV, I already talked about that one. We're going to watch that one again tomorrow, but man, it's made a big run already, right? PLBY, Playboy, you had the breakout yesterday. Today, a quiet inside day on lower volume, looking for a third day play there. QUBT, I'm kind of putting this, oddly, I wrote it under bounce watch, but it sort of makes sense because I want an afternoon high of day break. It gapped up a little today, sold off, and then closed pretty close to where it closed yesterday. So I do like the looks of the daily chart. I think it has a chance to rip, so we're going to watch it. AGC just goes back on bounce watch, right back down near the 20-day after a big move. This is a little weird for me, but VRAR, we had it on watch, right? Because I like the daily. Daily looks strong, and then had news in pre-market, so it gapped up and then sells off. So it basically closed pretty close to where it closed yesterday. This thing can really move when it moves, though. I don't know. Maybe it needs to come in another day or two, but I do want to put it on watch tomorrow. The gap up kind of ruined any decent setup today. It actually gave a really nice setup in pre-market, but I missed it. Anyway, keep this one on watch. It's a big mover at times. DCRC had the breakout a couple days ago. Now you're a couple days lower on declining volume. Pretty good bounce play setup there. SEAH also on bounce watch, had a pretty nice move. Then you got a couple days lower on declining volume. VSCO, possible gapper. This is Victoria's Secrets. It's 56.46 right now in after hours. I believe they had earnings after the bell. So potential gapper tomorrow. We're going to watch that one. And then BMTX, which had a nice intraday pop before giving most of it back. But in after hours, it's trading at 14.25. So there's VSCO and BMTX potential gappers in the morning. We'll see if they're still gapping. If they are, they'll land on our gap playlist. And we'll add other gappers in the pre-market to this list. And again, not a very big list, but we should, with news plays and everything else also, we should find plenty to trade. All right, anyway, I'm done babbling. We'll see you guys in the chat room in the morning.